Alrighty, everybody. Good evening and welcome back. You can see pretty self-explanatory what we got on the board tonight. This is a brisket, but not just any old brisket. This is a USDA prime brisket, and I'm pretty excited about this. All I can find, usually, until a little bit ago, but all I could find was choice. I called around. I finally found a spot that can get prime brisket. The only catch is you got to buy it by the case. So don't threaten me with a good time because I'll buy that stuff by the case. Usually choice, just for some of you who don't know the difference between choice and prime. The higher up grades, I believe it goes select, then choice, then prime. So choice is kind of in the middle. It's usually around here. It's about $2.99 to $3.99 a pound. I'd say it's usually, I've seen it more or less for $3.99 a pound. I'll tell you what, I bought this USDA prime brisket for $3.99 a pound, and it was an 84-pound case, so I got 6 briskets. And I'll just give you a quick look. I know it's in the wrapping still, but I've cooked enough, choice briskets, and I can visibly tell a difference from this prime to the choice just in the marbling in the meat. And to me, or not to me, but to everybody pretty much, the marbling is what's going to give it a lot better flavor. That like meat to fat ratio, that's going to just make it a lot more fall apart and tender. So besides that, I'm going to go ahead, get this thing out of the shrink wrap. I'm going to trim it up, and I will pick back up when I'm putting the rub on. So we'll see you then. Alrighty, so we are back, and it's time to season this brisket up. I just got done trimming it up. You can see on the plate there, I probably trimmed off about, I would say, close to 3 pounds of fat. And you can just, I don't know if you can see it from the video, but there is some very nice marbling going through that brisket. So real easy to get this thing ready. What I'm going to do for a binder tonight, not grain belt, that's what I'm drinking, but I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil on it, rub her down, and I already did the bottom side, the fat cap side, and all the sides already. And this is a homemade rub, and the contents of this rub is 1 cup pepper, 1¼ cup salt. And that, to me, that is all you need for a good brisket. And I'm going to go on super, super, super heavy. This is a big cut of meat. It can take a lot of rub. And one thing that I do like with my beef brisket or my beef ribs is I like a good taste of pepper and a good taste of salt. So hence the fact that I'm going to go on pretty dang heavy here. Go on a little more. And you might say that's a little too much rub, but it's just a personal preference. So besides that, I'm going to go ahead and let this sit here just for about 5 minutes, and I will pick back up when it's on the grill, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, so we are at the GMG Davy Crockett, just put the brisket on. Give you a quick peek. There she be. You can see it does in fact take up the whole cooking chamber. I apologize for the light. It is about 9:30 at night. So besides that, I'm going to go ahead and close this thing down. Like I said, we're cooking at 225, and the pellet mixture we're using tonight is another combination. This is a combination of the Lumberjack Competition Blend, which is the Maple Hickory Cherry, I believe. And then I got some of the Lumberjack Char Hickory in there, and I just, mix them on up. I think it turns out really good. And yeah, that's my, I don't know, it's been my go-to pellet blend. So besides that, let this thing smoke away, and I will probably check back in with you guys and girls in the morning, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, everybody, good morning, and here's the brisket. She's been on for about 8 hours. Internal temp is right around 170. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I got 3 layers of tin foil here on the stove top. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I got this idea here, how to wrap this up, from Henry Sue over at Slap Yo Daddy Barbecue. I think it's Slap Yo Daddy, I always get it wrong. But you just kind of take out really long sheets, and then you fold it over, so you only got to like crease it on 3 sides. So, do this. So. And then, I'm going to go ahead and take, I don't know if you can see all that, but I'm going to go ahead and take some liquid here. And the liquid we're going to use is we're going to use some of this grain belt. We're going to pour some beer right into this brisket. That should be about good. Did about most, well, we might as well just do the whole bottle. Why not? You know, I did the beer last, probably like 3 weekends ago on a brisket. I did on my old rec tech for a fantasy football draft party, and it turned out really good. My dearest friend at work, his name's Travis, he actually gave me the idea to do the beer, and I had no complaints about it, so we're going to try it again. So besides that, this will go back onto the smoker, and probably take her up to a probe tender, so I'm thinking right around that 205 to 210 range. And I'll probably pick back up one more time when it's time to eat, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, so just real quick, we're back one more time. Just go ahead and take a look at that Green Mountain Grill. She's smoking real nice. So I'll give you just a quick peek at the brisket on there, wrapped up in tin foil. It's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to say that when I did my last video, I mentioned check out Henry Sue. His name is Harry Sue. Harry Sue at Slap Yo Daddy BBQ. Check him out. You know, that he's the guy who I got the idea from to do the wrap like that. And yeah, now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is this thing's still coming up to temp. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is leave this thing shut down. It's at about 170, and I will probably pick back up when I'm slicing it. So we will see you in, I'm gonna guess, 5-ish hours. So stay tuned. Alrighty, we are back, and the brisket is done. Total cook time on that brisket was, there it is, whoops, 13 hours. Held it at 225 the whole time. Depending on where you checked it, the internal on the brisket was either around like 200, 203, 204. So what I got going on now is it's only 10:30, and I was like, I'm not gonna slice into this till after the Vikings game today. So what I did was I stuck the brisket in a preheated cooler. Now by a preheated cooler, I mean that what I did was took a big pot of water, put it on the stove top, boiled up the water, dumped it in the cooler, and let it sit in the cooler probably for about a half hour. Dumped that water out, you know, threw the brisket in there, stuffed it with towels. So, you know, it's just a better way to, you know, kind of keep it warm. Like if you stick it into a warm cooler already, you know, the brisket's not going to heat the cooler up if the cooler's heated up already. I mean, that makes sense, right? But I am monitoring the temp with my my Maverick there. It's at 198 now. It's already came down a couple degrees, but it should hold in here, I'm guessing, for about 6 hours, hopefully. If it doesn't hold for that long, what I can always do is I am at home, so I can fire the oven up on keep warm and just put it in there at like 170, and it'll hold in there for a long, long, long time. So besides that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will pick back up one more time when I'm slicing into it, so we'll see you then. Alrighty, so we are back, and it is time to slice this brisket up real quick. I'll just go ahead and say that the Minnesota Vikings got our first win of the season. Thumbs up for that. But besides that, you can see I got toothpicks in there. That is so I know where to cut it, even though I can still see the grain runs this way. Remember, with a brisket, you want to cut against the grain. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't know how many slices I'm going to take here. Probably take a few more and I'll give you a peek. Sorry about this, it's a longer video, but you know, slicing a brisket is kind of exciting in my opinion. Here we go. There we go. We'll go with that. There's the brisket right there. You can see it. You can see it doesn't break, and it pulls right in half. That is that's fantastic. That is really good brisket. I'm gonna go ahead and slice the rest of this thing up. You guys and girls have a good night, and we'll see you. Well, actually, check out my YouTube page. You know, Mad Horse BBQ, and also check out my Facebook page, and you can search for that at Mad Horse BBQ. So now, besides that, you know, thank you for watching. You guys and girls have a good night, and we'll see you next time.